very clearly this has been the best group stage of a World Cup ever.
Marcus Rashford's late strike sealed it. Harry Kane added 2 more. Jude Bellingham etched his name into the scoresheet. England dismantled Croatia 4-2 in what many are calling one of the most electrifying World Cup openers in recent memory. A direct echo of their 2018 semi-final clash that England supporters still reference with equal parts pride and gut-punch regret. But the moment reportedly dominating the post-match conversation isn't any of those 4 goals. It's a sound loud enough to cut through the broadcast feed, clear enough to make it onto every highlight reel that wasn't about football. The sound of an entire stadium booing a water break. 22 minutes into the first half at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, the match came to a halt. Players drifted to the sidelines. Coaches jogged out with clipboards and instructions. And the fans, supporters who had allegedly waited years for this fixture, paid significant sums to attend, and reportedly built entire travel plans around this one night, responded with a chorus of disapproval that left zero ambiguity. FIFA's mandatory hydration break had arrived, and the crowd told FIFA, loudly and publicly, what they thought of it. Here's the detail that reportedly gave that reaction its foundation. AT&T Stadium has a retractable roof. It was closed. The air conditioning was running. The officially stated justification for these breaks, protecting players from extreme heat risk, according to many observers, simply did not apply inside that building on that night. Fans noticed immediately. One supporter's reaction, which spread widely across social media, reportedly captured the mood with precision. The roof is closed, the air conditioning is on, so why is there a hydration break? Many believe that single line wasn't really about hydration at all. It was about something this tournament has, according to critics, been promising and failing to deliver since the day it was awarded. To understand the size of that gap, it's worth going back to the language FIFA allegedly used when North America secured hosting rights. According to sources familiar with the bid coverage, this was not modest language. 48 teams instead of 32, 104 matches instead of 64, 6 billion projected viewers, a reported 20% increase over Qatar, 11 billion in revenue, and repeated across FIFA's own promotional materials. In the words reportedly used by Gianni Infantino on multiple occasions, the greatest World Cup ever staged, the biggest, the best, the most accessible, the most spectacular. 1 week in, according to many observers, the moments generating the loudest conversation are the ones FIFA allegedly didn't script. The hydration breaks, it should be noted, were reportedly introduced with a defensible scientific basis. Researchers at Queen's University Belfast are said to have warned FIFA more than a year before the tournament that wet bulb globe temperature readings at several American host cities would reportedly exceed even the conditions that pushed Qatar to move its tournament to winter. That is, according to those familiar with the research, a genuine concern. Player welfare is a serious issue. Nobody credible is arguing otherwise. But here is where, according to many analysts, the fan frustration gains real traction beyond simple impatience. Ian Wright, reportedly someone who spent decades understanding football's rhythms, both as a player and broadcaster, allegedly said it plainly while covering the tournament. He described the breaks as, in his view, another mechanism for inserting advertisements into the game from an American commercial standpoint. He reportedly said FIFA had used player welfare as the stated justification, but that this didn't change what the breaks functionally represent. Whether or not that reads as the complete explanation, the optics are, according to many observers, difficult to argue with. FIFA's broadcast partners in the United States are allegedly filling those 3-minute windows with paid advertising. The breaks reportedly divide every match into 4 distinct quarters, rather than 2 halves, a structural change to the fundamental shape of football, introduced at the same World Cup, that, for the first time in the tournament's 96-year history, will also reportedly feature a full entertainment show at the final. 2 changes, same direction, more commercial space allegedly built into the architecture of the matches themselves. To be fair, not every broadcaster is reportedly treating those windows identically. The BBC in the United Kingdom carries no advertising and allegedly continued showing live stadium footage throughout the stoppages. ITV reportedly held internal discussions about selling ad space during the breaks, entered talks with potential advertisers, and ultimately chose not to. So this is not, sources suggest, a uniform global monetization play in every market. Some broadcasters have reportedly shown restraint, but the structural decision, according to critics, sits with FIFA, and the opportunity it created was apparently significant enough that a major British broadcaster felt compelled to debate whether to resist it. Some viewers at home have reportedly found a practical upside, a moment to step away, make a drink, return without missing a kick. Not everyone allegedly experiences the breaks as a pure imposition, but that, according to many observers, is a separate question from whether the same policy applied identically inside a sealed, air-conditioned dome and in an open-air stadium under blistering summer heat makes any logical sense. Those are reportedly not equivalent situations, and treating them as though they are, many believe, is precisely what the crowd in Dallas was booing. The hydration break controversy reportedly does not exist in isolation either. According to sources tracking the tournament's opening week, it sits inside a broader pattern that allegedly began forming before a single ball was kicked. Days before the tournament opened, FIFA reportedly ordered Egypt to remove 7 stars from their jerseys. Each star allegedly represented one of Egypt's Africa Cup of Nations titles, 7 continental championships, won across 6 decades, reportedly more than any other African nation has accumulated. FIFA's reported reasoning was technical and consistent with their written regulations. Stars above a national crest are, according to the rulebook, reserved exclusively for World Cup victories. Egypt has never won a World Cup. The stars came off, reportedly with kit manufacturer Puma scrambling to revise official designs already in production. Around the same period, Haiti was reportedly informed that their jersey violated FIFA's rules against political imagery. The original design, by manufacturer Sika, allegedly depicted the Battle of Vertières, the decisive engagement of 1803 that reportedly secured Haitian independence, and, according to historians, made Haiti the first nation in the world founded through a successful uprising against slavery. Sika reportedly described the design as a tribute, not a political statement. FIFA allegedly saw it differently. The jersey was withdrawn. Haiti's players had reportedly already worn it in a warm-up fixture against Peru. It became, according to many observers, one of the most discussed and sought-after kits of the entire build-up, banned before it could ever appear in a competitive match. 2 separate rulings, 2 different rationales, both reportedly defensible under FIFA's own written regulations, and both landing, according to sources, in the same compressed window before kickoff as stories about a governing body telling football nations what they are and are not permitted to say about themselves, on the one stage where the entire world is watching. None of these stories, the boos in Dallas, the stars removed from Egypt's crest, or the revolutionary imagery stripped from Haiti's jersey, are, on their own, catastrophic. The tournament has not collapsed. The football, by virtually every account, has been excellent. England and Croatia reportedly produced a genuine classic. Messi allegedly matched an all-time scoring record in his opening match. Norway marked their return to the World Cup with a statement result. The football itself is reportedly not in question, but the greatest World Cup ever was always going to be judged on more than goals. And one week in, the stories allegedly generating the loudest and most sustained conversation are the ones where supporters, pundits, and entire football nations reportedly feel that decisions affecting their experience and their identity are being made in rooms they don't have access to, for reasons that sound reasonable on paper and land very differently in practice. A stadium full of people booing a water break with the roof closed is reportedly a small thing in isolation, but it's the kind of small thing that, according to many observers, accumulates. It joins the list alongside reported ticket pricing concerns, alleged visa difficulties facing several national squads, and now the question of who gets to decide what a star, a flag, or a moment of national history actually means on a football shirt. At this point, what do you make of the hydration breaks? A genuine safety precaution, a commercial mechanism, or something that arguably depends entirely on the venue? And does the Egypt and Haiti situation feel like FIFA applying its own consistent rules fairly, or something that many believe deserved more flexibility, given what those symbols represent to those nations? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Everyone gets read. If this was worth your time, a like carries more weight than you might think. Subscribe if you want this kind of football conversation, all the way through to the final in July. At this scale, A World Cup is never just a tournament, it's a moment in time, and 1 week into 2026, it's already proving to be a complicated one.